Welcome to my channel. Just, close your eyes and listen. Dullah Bhatti, the Robin Hood of Punjab. Among the many towering figures in India's struggle against imperial domination, Dullah Bhatti remains one of the most iconic yet underrepresented heroes. Hailing from the heart of Punjab during the reign of Emperor Akbar in the late 16th century, Dullah Bhatti was not a king or nobleman in the traditional sense. Instead, he was a folk hero, a rebel, and a savior of the oppressed. Often referred to as the Robin Hood of Punjab, he resisted the economic exploitation and cultural imposition of the Mughal Empire. While court chronicles barely mention him, his legacy lives on through oral traditions, folk songs, and the Punjabi festival of Lohri. This 5,000-word narrative reclaims the legend of Dullah Bhatti, highlighting his origin, rebellion, ideology, cultural impact, and enduring legacy. The historical context: Akbar's administration and Punjab. During Akbar's rule, the Mughal Empire expanded rapidly across India. His policy of centralization and standardization brought significant changes to the economic and administrative landscape. While many welcomed his Sulhi-Kul, or peace with all philosophy, there was also considerable resistance, especially in regions like Punjab, where tribal traditions and local autonomy had deep roots. Akbar's land revenue system, implemented by his finance minister Toda Mal, heavily burdens peasants. Excessive taxation, forced labor, and the dismantling of traditional governance structures led to unrest in various pockets of the empire. Punjab, with its fiercely independent tribes and warrior ethos, became a natural center for dissent. In this volatile context, Rai Abdullah Khan Bhatti, better known as Dullah Bhatti, rose to prominence. Dullah Bhatti was born in Pindi Bhatian, near what we now call Hafizabad in Pakistan's Punjab province. He belonged to the Bhatti Rajput clan, which had a long, storied history of martial resistance and local leadership. According to oral traditions, his father, Farid Khan Bhatti, had actually resisted Mughal officials and was executed by Akbar's orders. His mother raised Dullah in hiding, instilling in him the values of honor, justice, and defiance. Dullah grew up witnessing the brutality inflicted upon common Punjabis, especially women and farmers. This personal history of loss and injustice became the foundation of his rebellion. By the time he was a young man, Dullah Bhatti had become a charismatic leader. He began mobilizing local peasants, outlaws, and tribal leaders to stand up against Mughal oppression. He established a guerrilla network that targeted Mughal caravans and tax collectors, wealthy landlords allied with the empire, and corrupt local officials who exploited farmers. Instead of keeping the looted wealth, he actually redistributed it among the poor, gaining immense popularity among the rural masses. One of the most enduring legends about Dullah Bhatti is his role in saving Hindu girls from abduction and forced conversion. According to folklore, he would rescue girls from Mughal officers, arrange their marriages, and even perform the role of a father during the ceremonies. This earned him immense respect across religious lines, and he came to symbolize a protector of honor and humanity. So, the Punjabi festival of Lohri, which is celebrated in January, is deeply associated with Dullah Bhatti. Children go around singing Sundar Mundriye Ho, Dullah Bhatti Wala Hoye. This song recounts how Dullah saved girls and arranged their weddings. Even today, Punjabis across the world remember him during Lohri as a symbol of resistance, a protector of the oppressed, and honestly, a giver and not a taker. Eventually, the Mughal administration started seeing Dullah as a serious threat. Akbar, it said, sent his trusted generals to crush the rebellion. Despite being outnumbered and, poorly armed, Dullah's forces managed to hold out for years. But, through a mix of betrayal by local informants and superior Mughal strategy, he was eventually captured. According to tradition, Dullah Bhatti was executed publicly in Lahore, and, he refused to bow before Akbar, dying with the dignity of a warrior. His death turned him into a martyr, and honestly, his legend only grew. Dullah Bhatti was never part of royal courts, yet he commands more love among Punjabis than many emperors. He was a grassroots hero, born of people's struggles, and honestly, an anti-establishment figure before the term even existed. He rescued Hindu girls, led Muslim peasants, and defied a Muslim emperor, making him a complex but inclusive icon. Mainstream Mughal chroniclers like Abul Fazl barely mention Dullah Bhatti. His story was considered too minor or inconvenient, but for Punjabi culture, he is immortal. Modern movements in Punjab often invoke his name as a symbol of peasant uprising, as a voice against feudalism and centralized tyranny. Even Bhagat Singh's revolutionary lineage draws spiritual inspiration from figures like Dullah Bhatti. In modern times, interest in Dullah Bhatti has resurfaced. Statues have been erected in Punjab, books and comics retell his story, films and TV serials celebrate his legacy, and social media campaigns demand his inclusion in textbooks. His story resonates with the common man's fight against injustice, the celebration of indigenous heroes, and the importance of folk culture in national identity. Dullah Bhatti was not born in a palace, nor did he wear a crown. But he wore something far more powerful: the trust of his people. He died fighting a mighty empire, but left behind a legacy etched into the soil, songs, and spirit of Punjab. In a world that often forgets its grassroots heroes, Dullah Bhatti reminds us that sometimes the most powerful revolutions begin with a single voice against injustice. His tale is not just history. It's a living fire in the hearts of those who still believe in courage, compassion, and community. Thank you for listening. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.